Welcome back. Steady state as far as the equity markets are concerned. The Nifty has crawled up to the highest point of the day, or more or less there. And we are seeing a little bit of broadening of gains in the mid caps and the small cap space. The ratio between the advances and the declines are not still 1:2, but it is still a healthy 7 advancing stocks for 4 declining stocks. So perhaps it has been a decent morning of trade after so many days of bad news. Let's shift focus to where the bad news just refuses to end, in the area of stressed assets. CRISIL has brought out a recent report where I'll just read the first sentence to you. They have observed signs of weakness now emerging in the performance of commercial vehicles, what they call retail assets, for the first time in 3 years. Pawan Agarwal, Director of CRISIL Ratings, is with us, and in a bit Mr. Vellayan Subbiah, the manager of Cholamandalam, will also join us. Pawan, take us through the nuances of this. When you say commercial vehicles, do you mean the entire range? Do you mean there is more in, say, the LCVs and less in the heavy commercial vehicles, or is it the other way around? Because after all, sectors like mining were affected. So is it that heavy commercial vehicles suffer but LCVs are doing decent?
Yeah, so this study is something that we did based on the securitization and the tracking of securitization performance that we do. We have about 80 pools that we have securitized that together amount to about 18,000 crore rupees of assets. And in these pools, we track on a monthly basis what is the collection efficiency and how is it panning out. And when we notice the collection efficiency trends, we found that recently the collection efficiency trends have actually been showing a declining trend. And for the first time in 3 years, they have actually dipped below 95%, which is a level that we last saw in 2009. And that was the period immediately after the economic shock that we saw.
Okay, before we come to
I think
just before we come to Vellayan, one additional detail: would it be fair to assume that this segment is dominated more by NBFCs than by banks?
Yeah. So if you look at the originators, primarily this is where a lot of large NBFCs have a good and strong presence. We also have some of the private sector banks which also have a presence, but from a bank's perspective, this is an asset class which is relatively small. It is primarily much more relevant and larger for the NBFC segment.
Mr. Subbiah, the MD of Cholamandalam Investment, as well joins in the conversation on the phone. Morning. Do you agree with the research which is done by CRISIL? Have collection ratios of securitization pool worsened a bit in the month of March? How are you viewing the trends, and is there a possibility of a rise in NPA levels on the back of this?
Yeah. So I think Lata and Rima, my take is that the quality of especially commercial vehicle assets is still very good.
Okay.
And we, so actually a couple of data points, right? So based on our historic data, average credit losses over the cycle for these assets have ranged between 0.75 and 0.9%. And currently for Chola, they're running at 0.62. So we're still well below, what we see in terms of our historic data as our means, including the data points at including data points in 2009. So first off, we're definitely kind of in the better half of the cycle, right? Because we're still kind of significantly lower than our mean. I think we might be getting a bit caught up with a base effect issue here, right? Because last year was a historic low for the industry. Okay. Our net credit losses were at 0.54%, which is, way off the industry average. And, so you could basically say it's the best performing year we've ever seen in the history of commercial vehicles. So I think part of what you might be seeing from Pawan's report is basically, if you compare it to last year, obviously we're a bit worse off. But I don't think it's anything alarming.
Vellayan, surely there should be a little more than that to what Pawan is saying. We are seeing telltale evidence of slowdown as well. We know that the mining bans in Karnataka, in Goa, and in parts of Orissa, or at least feared losses, has led to loss of business for heavy commercial vehicles. Even if you didn't take the Chola example, as an industry veteran, would you say that things are as good as they were a year ago or 2 years ago? I mean, when a study says that the collections are lower than they ever were in the last 3 years, there is something that study is telling you. So as an industry veteran, can you give us more granularity on this?
Sure. No, so Lata, I think you're exactly right in the sense what you have is behavior in certain pockets and in certain sectors, right? So if you take the mining belts, for example, of, Odisha, Karnataka with Bellary and Goa, those explain almost 60% of the deterioration in quality from last year.
Okay.
Right, so 60% or 70% of the delta when quality from last year is basically explained by that. The rest is almost fully explained by the performance of large fleet operators in the heavy commercial vehicle segment, right? So basically, if you take, clearly, as you know, I mean, the large fleet operators in heavy commercial vehicle usually cater to, the more productive kind of asset classes, which have got slightly hit, right? So almost all the deterioration that we're talking about has been driven by those two pockets, I would call, right? Kind of one is a geographic pocket, one is a more customer segment driven pocket. And but like I said, the important thing to keep in mind is that when you're at a peak of a cycle, usually as in kind of good performance. The one thing that's always true in statistics and finance is that things have to tend towards a mean, right? Okay. So to assume that they don't tend towards a mean or that NCLs are headed towards zero is obviously a bad assumption, right?
Okay. Pawan, you've said in your report that subpar collection levels may continue over the next 3 quarters ended December 2012. Do you see the situation worsening?
I think we are likely to see some additional pressure on the portfolio, but I would tend to agree a little with Mr. Subbaiah that it is not necessarily uniform across. There are pockets which are under higher pressure than the others. So clearly the heavy commercial vehicles, among the commercial vehicles, is where the pressure is a little higher. But we expect that given some of the trends that we are seeing of higher input prices, especially the fuel prices, and sluggish demand for some of the industrial goods, some of these trends may continue for a little longer from here.
Okay. What is the sense you're getting, Pawan, from here on? Are you smelling that the slowdown or the extent of stress is going to worsen, perhaps spread to even medium commercial vehicles, or will it be the other way around?
You're asking me, Lata?
Yes, yes.
Okay. No, I think for now it is something which is very, very clearly visible on the heavy commercial vehicle side. If the economic trends continue to be the way it is, especially for the industrial goods, all the sectors which are linked, including medium commercial vehicles, are where we will see some pressure happening. In addition, the element that we need to note is the fact that the margins for transport operators are declining primarily because of the input costs increase. And if the input costs keep increasing the way that we expect the diesel prices trend to continue, I think there will be some pressure that we will continue to see.
And similar question to you, Vellayan. You should be able to read the tea leaves better. Are you getting a sense that fourth quarter was worse than third quarter for industry? I'm not referring to Chola. No. And will the April quarter bring worse news?
Yeah, see, March usually tends to be the best month for collections for everybody in the industry. And I do think that everybody has seen a March that's like that. So in general, kind of, everybody, at least kind of from what we get a general sense of, seems to have had a very good ending quarter, right?
Okay.
So, as we see it, and I think, I agree with Pawan, there are a couple of things, right? One is when you take light commercial vehicles and mini light commercial vehicles, we see their performance being much more linked to the consumptive end of the GDP. And we haven't seen any mass deteriorations in the consumptive end, especially when you get out of the tier 1 cities, right? So there aren't any massively alarming signs there yet.
Okay.
And like Pawan said, there are a couple of pockets, right? I mean, the mining belt has gotten hit and large fleets have gotten hit.
Fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Mr. Vellayan Subbiah and Pawan Agarwal, thank you very much for joining us. I think that's an important color that Vellayan is bringing, that if you get out of the tier 1 cities, the slowdown is not very sharp and therefore consumption perhaps is not hit. The kind of export, the weak macroeconomic data numbers we have got for March, from the US, from Europe, several large global economies, gives me an ugly feeling that probably when we get the March trade deficit numbers, the export numbers will not look will not continue the fairly positive trend they were showing from November, December. We saw exports picking up. Perhaps that will not be, and that will have its concomitant impact on those who supply to trade, like heavy commercial vehicles. But Villayan has a positive point over here. Let's take a break on that note.